Paul McCartney's rules for his staff are beyond weird. Paul McCartney, renowned as a British music icon, enjoys adoration from his audiences. However, behind the scenes, his reputation differs significantly. Known for his unwavering adherence to rules, McCartney unintentionally earned a reputation as one of the most challenging collaborators in Hollywood. While some view McCartney's meticulousness as a hallmark of great leadership, others find it unsettling when faced with the prospect of working alongside him. So what rules did Paul McCartney set that make his collaborations always a subject of debate? This video will give you the answer. In his quest to understand how employers can inspire an unwavering commitment akin to familial love from their employees, author and business culture expert Stan Slapp embarked on a fascinating journey that led him to a conversation with Brian Ray, the bassist for Paul McCartney's band. This enlightening exchange is detailed in Slapp's book, Under the Hood, and sheds light on the remarkable qualities and expectations that Paul McCartney has for his band members. Contrary to the common perception that McCartney's band is simply composed of technically gifted musicians who can flawlessly reproduce McCartney's extensive back catalog, Brian Ray confirms that there is something much deeper at play. What McCartney truly values in his band members is their ability to adapt, improvise, and seamlessly connect with each other on stage. This is not a performance driven by pre-recorded tracks, rigid schedules, or technical crutches like Pro Tools. Instead, it's a genuine live musical experience where every musician must rely on their instincts and each other. The essence of McCartney's band lies in their capacity to navigate the unpredictable terrain of live music. Brian Ray emphasizes that anything can happen during their performances, and McCartney's preference for spontaneity means that they must always be ready to change things up on the fly. This demands an immediate vital connection between band members, both visually and audibly, to ensure that they do not miss a beat when circumstances take an unexpected turn. It's not just about playing the notes, but about sharing an authentic musical experience that transcends predetermined structures. As in any live performance, mishaps and hiccups are inevitable. What sets McCartney's band apart is their unwavering commitment to addressing and rectifying these issues with an unparalleled sense of urgency. Whether it's a technical glitch or a performance mishap in front of thousands of eager fans, McCartney expects his team to resolve it promptly, often with the expectation that it should have been fixed yesterday. This unyielding dedication to excellence results in awe-inspiring shows that leave audiences in awe. But there is more to being a part of McCartney's band than just delivering incredible performances. Brian Ray eloquently attests that the experience of playing with McCartney has not only elevated him as a musician, but has also enriched him as a human being. The combination of artistic growth and personal development paints a compelling picture of the transformative power of working with someone who demands the utmost commitment and excellence. Kylie Olsen's interview with musician Brian Ray provided a captivating glimpse into the intricacies of working with the legendary Paul McCartney, particularly in the studio. Their collaboration had spanned an astounding 2 decades, and as Ray conveyed, referring to McCartney as a boss didn't quite encapsulate the essence of their relationship. In the world of music, where bands often undergo constant changes, such a prolonged partnership underscores an exceptional level of trust and camaraderie. A pivotal aspect of this enduring collaboration was their studio work. McCartney's approach to studio sessions was nothing short of monumental, emphasizing both his creativity and the meticulous preparation required. According to Brian Ray, McCartney's studio sessions were a sight to behold, as they involved an astonishing array of instruments and equipment. It wasn't merely about anticipating what he intended to play in a given session, but rather being prepared for the spontaneous outbursts of musical inspiration that could strike at any moment. The studio was a veritable treasure trove of musical instruments and gear, featuring everything from grand pianos to upright pianos, an assortment of keyboards, multiple synthesizers, and an impressive collection of guitars. In fact, the sheer abundance of instruments in McCartney's studio rivaled the inventory of some well-stocked music stores. However, this wasn't a matter of excess, but rather a testament to McCartney's artistic spontaneity. He might start a session at the piano and then suddenly transition to playing an acoustic guitar, all within the blink of an eye. Thus, every instrument was meticulously set up, meticulously mic'd, and perpetually ready for action. The reason behind this meticulous preparation was McCartney's unparalleled work ethic and his propensity for capturing the essence of his creative impulses in real time. When a musical idea materialized in his mind, he demanded that it be captured on the spot. This meant that his studio team, including Brian Ray, had to be at the top of their game at all times. The studio environment became a laboratory for McCartney's genius, where every note, every chord, and every lyric could take shape instantaneously. The pressure was immense, but so were the rewards of witnessing a musical legend at work. Paul McCartney's commitment to vegetarianism is not only a well-known aspect of his personal lifestyle, but also a significant influence on his professional endeavors, particularly when it comes to catering for his crew during tours and shows. McCartney's dedication to a meat-free diet goes beyond his own dietary choices. It extends to the values he upholds and seeks to promote among those he works with. In 2010, during an interview with The Guardian, McCartney offered insights into his vegetarian lifestyle, even sharing some of his favorite recipes that aligned with his plant-based diet, such as steamed vegetables and hummus. However, it was his mention of writing to the Dalai Lama to advocate for vegetarianism that underscored his commitment to the cause. McCartney's belief in the ethical and environmental benefits of a meat-free diet led him to implement specific rules when it came to catering for the crew working on his live shows. One of McCartney's steadfast rules is the establishment of a meat-free zone when serving meals to his crew. This policy became particularly evident during his up-and-coming tour in 2010. McCartney took a firm stance that everyone involved in setting up his shows, from technicians to stagehands, was expected to embrace a vegetarian diet during the tour. In certain instances, such as the Canadian show in Regina's Mosaic Stadium, a vegetarian menu was even a contractual condition for hosting the event. By 2017, McCartney's commitment to a vegetarian crew diet had evolved to stricter measures, especially during his Australian shows. Crew members were required to adhere to a vegan diet for 3 weeks while working on site. This marked an even more pronounced shift towards plant-based meals. McCartney's dedication to this dietary requirement was unwavering, to the point that he insisted on guarantees that his menu preferences would be respected before he would take the stage. However, McCartney's stance on crew meals hasn't always been met with unanimous approval. In 2004, crew members expressed their discontent through local newspapers as they found themselves working long 12-hour days while being served strictly vegetarian meals. This disparity in dietary preferences created some friction, highlighting the challenges and adjustments that come with accommodating diverse dietary choices within a large production crew. Paul McCartney's commitment to animal welfare and his dedication to a vegetarian and vegan lifestyle extend to every aspect of his professional life, including the attire and furnishings of his concert venues. This commitment is underscored by strict guidelines and a zero-tolerance policy for animal products, ensuring that his principles are upheld across the board. One of the most striking aspects of McCartney's concert setup is the prohibition of leather, which includes not only clothing but also shoes and belts. Workers preparing for his European concerts in 2004 were given explicit instructions not to wear any leather items. This attention to detail reflects McCartney's unwavering stance against the use of animal-derived materials even in seemingly innocuous accessories. The no-leather policy doesn't stop with clothing. It extends to backstage furniture and vehicles as well. As reported by Perth Now in 2017, this zero-tolerance approach for animal products applied to the upholstery of cars used by McCartney and the furnishings in backstage areas. This policy had been in place for years, emphasizing McCartney's commitment to avoiding animal exploitation in every aspect of his professional life. The thoroughness of McCartney's principles is exemplified by the detailed specifications outlined in his concert rider, as revealed by the smoking gun. Not only does it reiterate the meat-free meal policy for everyone backstage, but it also explicitly states that the limousines provided for his use must have non-leather seats. Backstage and dressing rooms must be furnished with materials that do not originate from animals, aligning with McCartney's ethical stance. In a logical extension of his beliefs, McCartney's guidelines don't stop at real animal products. They also encompass faux animal skin, fur, or prints. This additional step ensures that no materials even remotely resembling animal-derived substances are used in the production of furniture or dressing rooms. Paul McCartney's approach to social media sets him apart in the world of celebrities and public figures. While his Facebook and Instagram pages may appear conventional at first glance, there are specific guidelines in place that reflect McCartney's desire to maintain a degree of privacy and authenticity in the digital age. McCartney's social media strategy, as revealed in an interview with GQ, is characterized by a deliberate balance between personal and public content. He entrusts his social media team with the day-to-day management of his profiles, allowing them to share concert photos, throwback images, snapshots from studio sessions, and glimpses of his participation in events. However, there is a distinct absence of intimate, private details in his posts. One key aspect of McCartney's approach is his reluctance to divulge too much personal information. His social media presence is intentionally devoid of personal anecdotes, aside from occasional birthday or anniversary posts. This is a conscious choice, driven by McCartney's desire to maintain a level of privacy in the digital realm. He acknowledges that he enjoys interacting with fans and followers when significant events occur, but he prefers to allocate most of his time to his true passion, songwriting. For McCartney, protecting the sanctity of his private life is paramount. He firmly believes in safeguarding personal information and experiences from the prying eyes of the public. This means refraining from sharing details about his current location, his culinary preferences, or his vegetarian recipes, despite his deep appreciation for plant-based cuisine. In his view, divulging such information would erode the boundaries between his public persona and his private life. In reflecting on his career, McCartney muses that it was easier to be famous during the heyday of the Beatles. Despite their immense fame and recognition, the band members were able to maintain a sense of privacy behind closed doors, a luxury that has become increasingly challenging in the era of social media. Gina Vincenza Van Eps's experience working with Paul McCartney in 2013 provided unique insights into the meticulous organization and record-keeping required by McCartney's wardrobe department for his concerts. Van Epps, an Emmy-winning seamstress, had previously collaborated with McCartney and was now granted an inside look at the wardrobe setup for a concert in Orlando, Florida. What she discovered was a level of commitment to organization and attention to detail that went beyond the ordinary. One of the primary responsibilities of the wardrobe staff was to maintain McCartney's extensive collection of stage garments with the utmost precision. This entailed a range of tasks, from thoroughly inspecting garments for any signs of damage or need for cleaning, to expertly steaming jackets and pants. However, what truly set McCartney's wardrobe department apart was the rigorous labeling system they employed. As Van Epps noted in her Psycho Seamstress blog entry, every piece of clothing in McCartney's wardrobe was immaculately labeled. These labels not only indicated where and when a particular outfit was worn, but also included essential information about coordinating shirts and accessories. The hang tags meticulously documented appearances at significant events, such as his White House performance, Saturday Night Live appearances, charity events, and concert dates spanning from 2010 to the present. The reason behind this comprehensive documentation was not solely for organizational purposes, but rather for preserving the provenance of McCartney's iconic clothing. Institutions, including museums and auction houses, often expressed interest in acquiring his stage-worn attire for posterity or auctioning them to fans and collectors. In such cases, the impeccable record-keeping ensured that the historical context and significance of each garment were preserved. The value of McCartney's stage-worn clothing in the collector's market was exemplified by a striking example from 2004. A suit that McCartney had worn in 1964 fetched an astonishing $53,775 at Christie's auction house, significantly surpassing the estimated value. This remarkable sale demonstrated the enduring fascination and demand for memorabilia associated with the legendary musician. Gina Vincenza Van Epps, known as the Psycho Seamstress, provided a fascinating glimpse into the meticulous expectations and rigorous standards set by Paul McCartney for those responsible for preparing his dressing rooms and backstage offices during his 2013 concert in Orlando, Florida. Her account highlights the level of precision and attention to detail that McCartney's team adhered to, making it clear that working for the legendary musician required a degree of meticulousness that few could match. One of Van Epps's key responsibilities was to ensure that McCartney's personal items were meticulously arranged and that the spaces he would be using were impeccably clean. McCartney's definition of spotless exceeded ordinary expectations. It entailed tasks such as laying down his personal bathroom mats, ensuring that no fingerprints or footprints marred any surfaces, and verifying that no trace of garbage was left behind, even within trash cans. As the days progressed, the list of tasks only grew longer, reflecting the unwavering commitment to perfection that was expected. Paul McCartney's expectations extended beyond cleanliness. They encompassed a comprehensive level of attention to detail and security. For instance, Van Epps was tasked with accompanying the cleaning staff to ensure that not only were the spaces meeting the highest standards of cleanliness, but also that no unauthorized photos were taken of the private rooms, and that nothing within them was disturbed or tampered with. Each day McCartney was on site, everything underwent a meticulous refresh. This included the regular replacement of flowers and the re-cleaning of surfaces to remove fingerprints and footprints. Even seemingly minor issues, such as blankets with folds or creases, were not overlooked but were swiftly corrected to ensure everything met McCartney's exacting standards. Paul McCartney's enduring success as a musician and cultural icon can be attributed, in no small part, to his unwavering commitment to keeping things fresh and exciting. Despite his legendary status, he remains a forward-thinking artist who actively engages with new ideas, collaborations, and ventures. The foundation for this dynamic approach can be traced back to the formation of his own company, MPL, around the time of the Beatles' breakup. MPL, McCartney's company, has played a pivotal role in his continued success. He acknowledges the essential contribution of his dedicated team, crediting them for their role in shaping his career. However, McCartney's expectations from his team are encapsulated in one seemingly straightforward but profoundly challenging rule. Let's try and keep it exciting. This directive reflects his drive to push boundaries, explore new horizons, and ensure that his career remains vibrant and relevant. Maintaining excitement is easier said than done, especially for someone with a legacy as rich as McCartney's. Yet, his willingness to collaborate with artists like Kanye West and participate in projects such as Carpool Karaoke demonstrates his commitment to staying at the forefront of music and pop culture. It goes beyond musical collaborations. McCartney has earned the title of the Master of Content Marketing, according to Forbes. This reflects his ability to connect with audiences through various platforms, embracing unconventional opportunities like elevating surprise encounters with Jimmy Fallon. McCartney's outreach to younger generations is a strategic move to remain fresh and relevant in a rapidly evolving industry. His appearances, collaborations, and interviews targeting younger audiences are not just about nostalgia. They are a deliberate effort to bridge generational gaps and resonate with new listeners. Paul McCartney's experiences during the height of Beatlemania, when frenzied crowds of fans would clamor for a glimpse of the iconic band, have provided him with valuable insights into the art of crowd control. The chaos and hysteria that surrounded the Beatles in those days taught McCartney important lessons, which have since influenced the instructions he imparts to his security detail when dealing with passionate fans. In retrospect, it's clear that attempting to push through throngs of enthusiastic fans with aggression and authoritative demands only exacerbated the situation. McCartney vividly remembers instances when security personnel would growl at the crowd, telling them to move out of the way. However, this approach often resulted in the crowd becoming more aggressive and chaotic, which was far from ideal. Learning from these experiences, McCartney and his team adopted a different strategy for crowd control. They recognized the importance of maintaining a calm and composed demeanor, even in the midst of intense fan excitement. McCartney explained that, out of necessity, they had to keep moving forward with a sense of purpose, but without causing any commotion. This approach aimed to avoid escalating an already emotionally charged situation. McCartney's crowd control strategy revolves around a deliberate and unhurried movement through the crowd. There is no fuss, and certainly no hostility. While he acknowledges the desire to greet and acknowledge his fans, McCartney emphasizes the importance of continuous forward movement. This strategy allows him to navigate through the crowd without contributing to the chaos or, worse, creating a potentially dangerous situation. What do you think about Paul McCartney's regulations that employees must follow? Leave us your comments in the section below. We hope you have found this helpful video. Don't forget to leave a like, share, and subscribe to the channel if you like it. Thank you for watching this and see you in the next videos. Goodbye.